Ciao everybody, and welcome back to Evil GM Plays The Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus live stream. So, you all seen, well, not all, but you have heard about this silly new movie called Alien Covenant, huh? And what's it all about? It's just new Alien movie? Well, yes and no. It's a prequel. Nothing new basically, except that they tell what it's all about and how it happened and you know, stuff like that. It's well well as the title says, spoilers. But for me, it's was it good? Well, the visuals, of course, they're nice. The atmosphere was like it had this. It had a good atmosphere also because you kind of expect. You don't know what's gonna happen, except you know it's an alien movie, so you kind of know what's about to happen. But it is a sequel to Prometheus, and apparently there's gonna be like 2 more movies coming out. And some people might be that, why? Do we need more alien movies? Well, of course I want more alien movies, but do we need more alien movies that tell what happened before the first Alien? It's some people might wanna know what happened, but some people who love the mystery of not knowing where the things came from and what are those and why and so on. They would rather prefer, the ignorance of not knowing where the xenomorphs come from. And of course, there's already the comic books that do tell where that do tell the story about the engineers and the aliens. If you haven't seen the comic books, I already told you in the title. This video contains spoilers. In the comic books, they come from their own planet full of aliens, and they are red aliens and black aliens, and then comes some other alien race with technology and wipe out the red aliens, and so the black aliens are the only ones who are left, and then they take a sample, a freaking egg, and notice that, hey, what happened to the egg? Did it hatch? And so, hello, Twisty Pigs. Welcome to the stream. Talking about the Alien Covenant. Actually, I'm currently talking about the comic book. And after the bursting of the egg, the whole thing just goes shit. And it's just a downhill from that towards it's But it's later when the Alien versus Predator uh, get to the same excuse me universe. Krafkan here. Welcome to the stream. Talking about the comic currently. Uh, it's mother fuck. Thinking too much about the comic. Well, anyways, basically the Alien versus Predator comic itself tells that the predators already have known aliens for quite a long time, and they use it as part of their hunt and a maturing ritual where the teenagers are supposed to hunt and gain honorable ranks among each others, and after that they're adults and they can hunt more dangerous things, and those aliens they consider one of the strongest things you can actually hunt in the whole universe. Well, thank you, Krafken. Well, it's not the truth. I do not play well. It's really distracting for me to talk and play at the same time. But that happens to anybody, everyone else too, who tried to stream for the first time. What was I? Oh yeah, I was talking about the alien predator thing. So in the predator, fuck. Yes. Twisted Pigs. It's also in the movie, but it's in the first Alien versus Predator movie. In the comic book, they keep things in control. They don't throw the alien eggs everywhere and contaminate the whole freaking civilization with them. They keep it quite well in control. What happened in Alien versus Predator Requiem, the sequel to the AVP movie, is bunch of bull. They would definitely know how to check out the body, knowing that this guy might be contaminated with the freaking holy fuck, with the freaking egg. It's not like that. It's not their first time handling bodies that are covered from their first hunt and maturing ritual. Ah, thank you, Krafken. This game is Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus, one of my games that I actually play play on the background while talking. It's intensely hard, but I do enjoy it that it's every run is different. Well, anyways, in the Alien Covenant, it actually continues 10 years after. Oh, sure. I don't care. It actually continues 10 years after the whole Prometheus incident, and it's not like in the Prometheus incident the Wayland Corporation is wondering that what the hell happened to Mr. Wayland. He disappeared like 10 years ago. Oh well, let's combine two companies now that he's not working, leading the freaking company anymore. And Fassbender, the actor in the movie who plays the who plays the android is like he is an awesome actor and makes awesome performance to it. There's a scene where he kind of like makes an dialogue with himself, considering that he's an android, and there's another android, but with different model, more updated model, with few grades when it comes to the emotional side. The prototype one was made by Mr. Wayland himself, Peter Wayland, one of the ancestors of Wayland that we see in the Alien versus Predator. This is actually an interesting thing. The whole thing is supposed to be canon and follows the main story before and after the Alien franchise, but I don't see that. I kind of realized that there are things that did make the some of my friends are not supposed. They don't want to check out the movie because it ruins the whole mystery of the the movie, and I completely understand that. But there, I did realize something when watching it, because we had a conversation with Jacob just last Friday about Batman, and people consider the Schumacher Batman something completely separate from Tim Burton's Batman series, and from Nolan's Batman trilogy, which happened in the this late 21st century. Twisted Pigs. Do I have a booster pack? I do not understand what you mean, but if you mean do I have a DLC for this game? Yes, Afterbirth Plus is a DLC for the whole rebirth game. Anyways, the performance of the Fassbender, the android in the movie, was I think one, if not the only things that I do enjoy watching. And I also see that it's I guess it's a thing in Alien franchise that there has to be a female hero cast as a main actor. I have nothing against that. I love movies where females are heroes. I'm just seeing I see a pattern that continues here. There's basically the movie doesn't show us anything new. There's a people trying to figure out what the hell happened, and they investigate the thing for the first time, and they have one android, and people start to die, and the android is either good or bad, and in this case both good and bad, and the female whatever officer is the only one surviving the whole scene. I would have rather had the thought that oh crap, that they wouldn't have they would have kept the mystery with the aliens, or I wouldn't have also wanted to see if who or what created the aliens, but instead I would have rather wanted to see what kind of path, what were the not who created the aliens, but I would have wanted to see how they went through with the beginning, the first encounters with aliens instead. But hey, I guess if oh yeah, I was talking about this thought that made it much easier for me to watch the movie instead of that movie being The Thing. That would be officially canon. Well, the writer director of course said that this is the official canon, but and Jacob said that it is hard to ignore the whole guy since he said it in quite many interviews. But hey, I can turn my I can turn my mother. I can turn my ears off. I can ignore the whole thing. I can just pretend I don't know what the hell they're talking about, and consider this like one of the so-called Nolan trilogy things. Yeah, it's like how would I say? It's like the Alien and Aliens made by James Cameron and the first Alien 1 and 2 would have been made by Tim Burton. Belongs to the Tim Burton class, and these new Prometheus and Covenant belong to the Nolan class of Alien franchise. Although I wouldn't say that Prometheus and Alien would be in the same level as Nolan's Dark Knight trilogy. It's some people excuse me. Some people say in their YouTube videos that they did notice that how the creatures, the engineers, look a bit different compared to the ones in Prometheus, and that it's not the same race as the engineers, but instead it's some kind of a sub-race, and the engineers are above them, and instead they worship the engineer race instead. Bookwe, welcome to the stream. Thank you, Poland. I'm still theorizing the whole Alien Covenant thing. I'm pretty unsure still whether the whole Alien Covenant is a good. I mean, I know it's not a good movie, but it's not a shitty movie in my how you say. Fuck. It's not a shitty movie in my point of view. The visuals are good. The atmosphere feels nice, and well, it's not. I guess it's a mild entertainment. It's a mild entertainment form of the movie franchise, and I guess we have seen so much about the. Cannot pick that up. Too bad. Oh, you have seen me on your main page. Well, I guess I have. I guess that's good news then. Now, what was I saying? Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. So I was wondering, uh, the it was supposed to fuck the black goo that they found in the Prometheus ship, the alien ship, was supposed to be a biological weapon that would just keep spreading until, you know, everybody's dead. And they kind of it kind of happened. I was wondering if the whole planet is just consisting of just of one single city that was attacked, but uh, I guess they just didn't show any other cities because they didn't need to. There's also of course this thought that maybe maybe that whole planet was contaminated by the black goo virus thingy, whatever. And when they did try to kill, holy, they did try to kill. It did transform everything living according to the Prometheus movie. Basically, all life form was just wiped out. But then again, you also think that aren't plants part of the uh, living group, and that would be just nitpicking if you start to say that, well, plants are alive also, they would mutate the plants, and uh uh but you get my picture. Oh, Buck, you're not told it's a shitty movie? In your opinion, it's a nice, but all the time. It's your opinion. In your opinion, it's nice, but you all the time have low viewers. I don't think my channel views have. Oh yeah, the movie has low amount of views. Yeah, it's not one of these summer block movies, I guess. But when you do compare and try to compete with some Avengers or a Thor or other Marvel movies, it's just not in the same category, is it? Uh, what else? Well, oh yeah, I kind of tried to explain to myself that is there a way of me watching the movie without being in a bad mood, and yeah, the by comparing it to and putting it in different category than the Alien and Aliens movie and the Resurrection and Alien 3 or AVPs, I could watch them in peace, I guess. It's not really the perfect solution to the whole thing, but I'm just I'm just trying to give myself some sort of explanation how to enjoy the enjoy the view. The black goo, which uh, which immediately destroyed the whole city, and thus killing the whole generation of those whatever those were. I think they were pre-engineers or so. Was not wa- was not the were not the only things contaminated. I think the black goo just also created some sort of. I mean, it mutated into some sort of a spore and just grew all over the planet, and thus killing everything living there. And after it didn't have anything else to kill, it just maintained dormant. The same way it maintained dormant in the whole alien movie. But then again, in the Alien movie, you saw that there were a bunch of eggs that were held in some sort of stasis by some alien technology. We don't know what it actually did. Although, according to the alien mythology, the alien egg itself can contain itself in vacuum space and whatnot for a freaking long time without actually needing any source of food or whatever. The aliens themselves are kind of like acting like a spore of fungus, whatever, that when they don't have any sort of food to eat, they can consume the uh, nutrients that fuck that their bodies require from the ground itself. The minerals and so on. So that's how the hive actually works. That they build the hive. The hive gets all the nutrients from the ground and from the surroundings and 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 so on. Um, Buck says, yes, I guess. You are what you like. Views is nothing in this situation. Yes, yes, I know. It. In my point of view, when I watch movies, many times what critic says, I don't really care what critic says. If I find a movie for my taste, I well, I enjoy it, but there is something about the movies that some viewers I do listen to. Like, I know that some of my friends have the same taste when it comes to movies, but if we do disagree, uh, disagree, it just creates good a form of conversation. Oh, GK Shady, welcome to the stream, and Woods, welcome to the stream also. Yes, Woods, bad memories indeed. I haven't unlocked anything with the blue baby, and it's just on the to-do list. But hey, at least it's not taking any red heart damage. But hey, back to the whole Alien Covenant conversation. Um, I I am not sure what the director writer had in mind when he made the Alien Covenant. Well, according to the interviews, he did say that he wanted to show people who always wondered where the creatures came from, and we are not that sure if. Damn, should have done it the other way. Oh, never mind. If we like I say, I would have rather have left the whole alien thing as a mystery, and instead made a movie that tells about the first contact to them, instead of the creation of the whole creatures. Back. I don't know how this whole item works. Oh, never mind. So, as a fan of a Predator, I don't. I think the AVP Requiem was bunch of bull, and I guess the writers just wanted to continue the story with no matter what. And Ridley Scott instead, I guess he had a vision. I'm not sure if he had a vision from the start, ever since he made the first Alien. Could be that it's just a thought that that popped out in his mind, just I don't know, recently, and he just thought that, hey, I want to make this movie. I want to tell more about this. Well, we don't know unless we just ask the guy. Uh, there were some things that I think I had sort of big questions. The Prometheus itself created a lot of questions, of course, that remained unanswered. And when this movie came out, I guess some of the questions were answered, like the whole spaceship and the planet. Oh, in the first Alien movie, they're not connected. And surely it's just another spaceship, another planet where Ripley first time had a contact with the alien. So that is still a mystery. Um, oh, Wood asked if I haven't got the combo yet. Kamikaze with Pyromania. Yes, it does work. Kamikaze does work with Pyromaniac. Well, basically, with if you do it with the Blue Baby, it's not that effective. Well, basically, you can just bomb everything for eternity and make. It's not great damage. It's a decent damage, but it works better with characters that do have red damage, because every time you use the item, you just regenerate hearts. You know, that way you just cannot die. Every time you take damage, you blow up yourself. The creatures around you just blow up also, and you regain one full heart. But anyways, back to the alien conversation. Um, I think I was somewhat okay with the whole Prometheus movie itself, but once I actually saw Alien Covenant and noticed that it is a sequel, a straight sequel to the whole thing, it kind of, I don't know. I'm not sure if it spoiled the whole movie. It just got me thinking in a different point of view, that okay, things are not mysterious anymore. Maybe maybe we just have to wait for one or two more movies until we get answers. And this movie just keep things in certain kind of annoying cliffhanger, because I do wanna keep waiting for what's gonna happen with with the spaceship and the colony and those alien eggs and so on. But that's gonna take another year. And speaking of sequels, it's kind of like comparing to the Star Wars Episode 7 that we do get the now what do you call it? We do get the sequel this Christmas, yay! But it's not how it is. It's not done in annoying style like this Alien Covenant is. In this Alien Covenant, it's just there's lots of things that you keep wondering, and it has forcefully created us, sort of a cliffhanger where you just wonder that, gee, do we really have to have to wait and see what is actually gonna happen in the whole movie set? But when it comes to Star Wars, it wasn't that annoying. It was more like we were happy to see what happens with Anakin and those people, instead of getting weird sort of questions. What else? The moment they showed the android on the final scene of the spaceship, when they just escape the whole alien planet, was like, I was expecting to see the so-called bad guy, but it's I don't think the android is a bad guy, but I do not understand the android's motivation to do the whole thing. Some people might think that okay, he doesn't have an owner anymore, so the android can do whatever it wants, thus creating this creating this urge to explore creation itself. I mean, in the previous movie, we already saw that it kind of like tested out how the whole goo worked on a human, but I kind of like was expecting and thinking that it was just following its orders to give samples to Wayland Yutani, no matter what are the consequences. But gee, I don't know. Since Peter Wayland doesn't exist anymore in the whole scene, I guess it's not supposed to follow anyone's rules anymore. But instead, it's just doing as a freaking hobby, which is kind of weird. Oh, it's yeah, it's a weird hobby for an android, and it's a weird hobby for anybody, I guess. And some have the theory that the reason why the engineers wanted to destroy humans was because when they created humans, they kind of hoped that humans would have been more peaceful, but instead humans keep, uh, killing each others with and waging wars constantly. They thought that, oh, okay, we're sending one of ours to give a chat to humans. You know, some theory was that it was Jesus was one of these engineers that were sent on Earth, but instead we just crucified the whole guy, and well, bringing Christianity and really religions religion per se to the whole Alien franchise is just weird because the only time I saw uh, some sort of religion or Christianity when it comes to the Alien franchise was in part 3, but it was just something the inmates, preyed upon. Fuck. But that's about it. But instead, in Alien Covenant, the whole religion was just it was sort of like in a bigger part. Well, bigger part when it comes to that one character, that is. And I'm not sure where where thoughts of Jesus being one of those alien guys came from. Was it some interview of this guy who made the alien? I think it's I'm not sure if it's a good idea to well, if somebody wants to make give something some fans to think about, why not implant it in the movie instead? You know, unlike instead of just showing telling it in some interview. It's just weird. I don't know. It's just weird. I feel like when you listen, the more you listen to writers and directors' interviews, the less mystery the movie has. Like, did you know that in the Matrix, the end of the Matrix, instead of Neo fighting against the Agent Smith, fighting like two Super Saiyans, instead of that, they would have wanted Neo to fight against some gigantic version of Agent Smith, who built himself from out of other Agent Smiths and pieces of cars and whatnot. And it actually happened in the Path of Neo video game, which was like, say what? So I'm much more content with the ones we saw in the movie. But yeah, I don't see the motivation for the android of contaminating the whole crew and the whole colony colony spaceship, unless he just thinks that humans suck and it's better that humans rather not survive, but let's give the survival to these xenomorph things instead. Well, works for me, I guess. It's humans are humans. I don't consider humans to be one of these mother as one of the best surviving races in the long run. Considering that human race is kind of young compared to, I don't know, octopus, whales, sharks. Yeah, humans have science, and they have advanced in science in tremendous ways. But it's not. How would I say? It's instead of using all that technology for something smart and actually having an IQ of having the IQ to build themselves a better future, it feels like the whole humanity is just trolling themselves and using that intelligence to, I don't know, fuck each other. It's just worse. Might be that I'm just cynical and it's not the case in every human being. But it just feels that way. Hold on. I do have a piece of a writing shown to me just a few days ago that describes the human nature quite well. Although I do not, I don't know what to think about it, since you know, I don't know anything about humans. Humans are adorable, it reads. They have supporting evidence. 1. Humans say ow even if they haven't actually been hurt. It's just a thing they say when they think they might have been hurt but aren't sure yet. I guess it's just part of a communication to the other human species and show that the hive, not the hive, the pack might, one of the pack members might be in need of aid, and that's completely understandable. It's not. I don't think it's cute. It's a natural. It's a natural behavior. Number 2. Humans collect shiny things and decorate their bodies and nests with them. The shinier the better, although each individual has a unique taste for style and coloring. No comments on that. I do know the behavior, human behavior when it comes to that. Fuck. But I don't have. I don't find it adorable. That is. Oh. Okay. Number 3. Humans are not aquatic or even amphibious species, but they flock to bodies of water simply to play in it. They can't even hold their breath all that long. They just love to splash. They're not the only creatures that do that, and it's not adorable. They just look weird in the water. That's my point of view. Number 5. Number 4. When night falls and the sky goes dark, humans become drowsy and begin to cocoon themselves in a soft, fluffy bedding. It's not the case with all humans. Some humans seem nocturnal, and it's not. Do they think that cocooning themselves in the bedding is adorable? I I'm not sure if it's adorable. But I do know that it's a valid thing. Oh, I'm supposed to head to the other next number, but kind of like in middle of a fight here. Come on. Thank you. Oh, so number 5. Some humans spend time in each other's nests just for fun. It's not their nest, they're just visiting each other's. Well, humans are a pack. Human is a pack animal, and even though some of them spend their time in their own spend their time in their own company and nest, being introversial. Some traces of as being a pack creature still exist. Thus, they do have to compensate the living alone with visiting every now and then. Although this does not apply to every individual. Some might stay even more alone than the others. Number 6. Some humans use pigments and dyes to make their bodies flashy and colorful. They even attach shiny, dangly bits to their cartilaginous membranes. Yeah, it's the bling bling thing that we talk about, and it's do other animals do it? I know that some insects do, or spiders, and it's to catch the attention of the other other male or female individual. But it's I think it's the same thing also applies to humans, except that some do not do it for the sake of mating, but instead just for the sake of grooming themselves. Okay, let's see. Number 7. Humans are very clever and sometimes adopt creatures from other species into their family units. They don't seem to notice the obvious differences and often raise them alongside their own young. Well, I think they do notice the difference, because I think most of the humans do treat them differently. Not taking them to a theme park and give them the same fine dining food as well, some might, but I'm talking about majority here, because this whole article, I think, is talking about the majority of human species. Come on, Spideys, just take me to the next room. Come on. Thank you. Number 9. Oh, number 8. If a human sees another creature in distress, they can commonly be observed trying to help, even at their own risk. Most humans are deeply compassionate creatures. Well, I've only seen the other case when, humans just keep torturing the other species when it's in the dire need of help, or just watch it dying as form of entertainment. And there are even forms of entertainment when then they endanger the creature's health for the sake of entertainment, and they just keep it tormented the whole time. Uh, for the whole duration of the show. Uh, I think Spain is one of these countries that do it. You know, waving their. It's not a flag, it's a piece of cloth that they irritate the Taurus, the bull, and, keep poking them with spikes instead of killing the creature, and the torment might, last for half an hour or so, and at some point they have the piece of metal, a sword or some kind, and finally finish off the creature. Not sure if the finishing off takes enough time, is efficient though, but they do what they think is right. Number 9. If a human hears a particular catchy sound or tune, it will often mimic it, even to the point of annoying themselves. That is true. That is very true. Number 10. Sneezes are entirely involuntary and completely adorable, especially when the human in question becomes frustrated. I don't think sneezing is adorable. Who the hell wrote this article? I think whoever wrote this freaking article has a human or two as their pets, and they're just human enthusiastics. I wouldn't keep a human as a pet. I find humans most of the time gross, and so that's why usually when I find humans having some clothes on, they look much better than without the clothes. Now think about Alien. Having Alien in a freaking pink suit or whatnot, it's I'm not sure if they look adorable. Maybe in some point of view, but I don't. I think the alien is cute enough just without the clothing too, which makes me think that yes, we did see the alien coming out from the Prometheus engineer in the first in the Prometheus movie, and we never. Well, we can never know whatever happened to that thing, and also we don't. And there's the other version of Alien, which comes from those people looking and searching and checking the whole planet, but they get infected by the spores, which creates these creatures, which makes me think that there's probably even more of those somewhere. They just wandered around the fuck this room. They just wandered around the planet looking for other things to kill, or they might have just, I don't know, died from long age, I think. Number 11. Humans love treats, some more than others. Many humans will save these treats specially for later date when they are in need of comfort or reassurance. in example, pickles, Pop Tart, popsicles, etc. That is true, and I I cannot disagree with the whole treat philosophy. Treats are great, and I'm not sure if I would save them for the sake of comforts, because if there is an issue which involves emotions that can be solved quite easily with I don't know, social interacting, or trying to solve the reason for the emotion. Nevertheless, hello Oscar. Yes, I hate the blue baby. Too. The only good thing about blue baby is not taking red heart damage, but that's about it. It's at least it's not the Lost or the Keeper. The good side of a Lost is that at least Lost gets free devil deals, but gee. And yes, Oscar, welcome to the stream. I was talking something about the alien thing. Oh yeah, the last form of alien that we see in the whole movie is well, the same version that we see in the whole in the whole Alien franchise itself. Might be that some YouTubers have paused the DVD or Blu-ray. Who the hell uses DVD nowadays? Blu-ray movie a bunch, and also have checked the interviews and the deleted scenes and in the extras of the Blu-ray. Did I say Bluetooth? Gee, Blu-ray movie where they discuss about the alien biology and whatnot. It's I don't have that a sort of resource for that. I'm just waiting for another alien movie coming out, and also I don't have the all my knowledge that comes from the alien mostly comes from the comics. Just give me one bomb, please. Or we could have this bomb picking up a few coins. Give me a bomb. Please? No, I guess. Well, pick that up. No bombs? Fine. Oh. Oh yeah. The list still goes on. The final number is number 12. Humans are learning to travel in space. They can't get very far, but they're trying. So far, they've made it to the end of their yard and have found rocks. Yeah, that's very true. Is it adorable? No, I think it's pathetic. But in time. Oscar saying peep the meme. If you don't know, no, I do not know the meme. I'm very bad when it comes to internet memes because I don't have the time to hang in the internet. I think the last meme that I've seen and heard is "We Are Number One," and it was a catchy song. It was a nice tune that the problem with internet memes, I think, is that they last way too little. I guess the internet people just get bored with memes so fast and easy that they forget their existence and just move on to the next one. In the days when there weren't any internet, the memes were like, I think they lived longer because they didn't have sort of like competition. Like what was this meme? Kilroy was here. You know, somebody drawing a tag on the wall or shipment. Kilroy was here, and the box would move around the world with the text, and then some people saw the text and they would just write the whole the same text to another box also after that. Oh, that was an interesting meme. I think I saw it last time in when it comes to some sort of social media is Batman, the first Batman by Tim Burton. Joker and his gang was just hanging around in some art gallery, and one of them just painted the whole Kilroy was here to the wall. So my aftermath of the whole Alien Covenant thing is that it's not shitty, but it's something like mediocre or less. Not worth to pay the whole thing, and as a warning, we are getting a second and the third movie. I mean, one or two. We're actually gonna get two more movies, and I don't think the Alien franchise is ever gonna end. It's like if you were thinking that Assassin's Creed is gonna end. No, EA Sport is gonna keep on building that thing forever until they just run out of ideas. But Aliens, they already made comics like Tarzan versus Aliens and He-Man versus Alien and Judge Dredd versus Alien and I don't know. Someday we will have My Little Ponies versus Alien, or Hello Kitty versus Alien, or Tool Who versus Alien, and well, that'll be that day. What do I think about the Emoji Movie? What? They're making a movie out of emojis? Oh dear lord, I'm glad I haven't seen the trailer. I think at some point when I'm gonna watch movies this summer or late autumn, I will probably see the trailer. You know what? I'm actually gonna head to YouTube after this stream and check out the Emoji Movie trailer. I think the whole idea is just it's just weird. It's as weird as making a movie out of Angry Birds, but then again, the whole Angry Birds movie had a decent writing, I guess. I haven't seen the movie, but I heard that it was decent, and if they can make a decent writing script for Emoji Movie, I guess that's just fine. But I don't know, I wouldn't waste my 12 euros or 14 euros for Emoji Movie. I'd rather, I don't know, see Star Wars. Some comparison. But hey, people, those not so many people that checked out the whole stream. Thanks for visiting and listening to my freaking weird ramble about the whole Alien Covenant. In the end, I didn't even ramble that so much about it. But hey, click the like, click the sub, click the share, and click the bell. And I'll see you next time. Me mucking about human societies and movies and so on. Goodbye.